Right now, law enforcement is investigating a deadly shooting at an immigration facility in Dallas. We brought you that story live as it broke yesterday morning. Well, this morning, we know one person was killed and two others injured. All three had been detained by ICE. Federal officials say they have evidence that may help determine the sniper's motive. CBS News' Jared Hill brings us the latest.
The deadly shooting at a Dallas ICE facility being investigated as an act of targeted violence.
This is going to be a sniper on top of the roof.
Department of Homeland Security officials say just before 7 Wednesday morning, a sniper perched on a nearby roof started shooting, hitting windows in a van near the entrance to the facility. Authorities say bullets hit 3 people in that vehicle who were being detained. One of them killed, the other 2 critically injured.
There was no way he could have known detainees were in that vehicle. He was just indiscriminately shooting, hoping to cause some carnage and mayhem.
Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons says the suspected gunman, who he identified as 29-year-old Joshua John, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Court records show John previously pleaded guilty to a marijuana charge in 2016. Now law enforcement are combing through properties tied to the suspect both in Texas and Oklahoma.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
On social media, President Trump blamed radical leftists and called for an end to rhetoric against ICE.
We have been focused on making sure that our ICE officers have the ability to operate safely. In fact, they've seen a 1,000% increase in violent attacks against them.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says the federal government has stepped up security at ICE facilities around the country. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Doug Kouns is a former FBI special agent and supervisory special agent. He's also the founder of Veracity IIR. That's an intelligence and investigation firm. He joins us now from Indianapolis. Good morning, Doug. So the FBI says this was a targeted attack. Help us understand the significance of that specifically. Does it change how it's investigated at all?
It does. So, obviously targeted means the shooter had a goal in mind or either an individual or a facility or something like that. It's not just somebody running into a store, shooting it up randomly because of, mental illness or some sort of personal issue that they're having. So this person probably had a goal in mind with this. And although the previous speaker said indiscriminately shooting, is clearly at the ICE vehicle and at the ICE facility.
And we heard one of the investigators say that the rounds contained anti-ICE language. The DHS secretary says you've got this increase overall in attacks against ICE officials. And I think this is the third ICE-related attack in Texas just this year. But the shooter is dead. So determining an exact motive, as essential as it is, will be how challenging?
It makes it a little more challenging. In my experience, even if they survive the incident, often they don't talk to investigators. They'll invoke their right to counsel. So you don't have that, at least this time, you don't even have the option of doing the interrogation, getting the cooperation and having them tell you, right from the horse's mouth, this is what I did and this is why I did it. So investigators are going to have to go through the normal steps to figure out who this was, what their actual ideology or political motives may have been, or just their motive in general. It could be none of the above, as far as we know. It's too early to tell. So investigators need to do their jobs. They're going to look at communications. How was he communicating? Who was he communicating with? What was being said? And what forums were he on? How did he become radicalized? Is there anyone else involved in this, someone that might commit some sort of similar act? And so those are the things that are of primary concern right now.
Yeah, it's very early in the investigation. So despite the bigger picture, as you say, it is just too early to exactly know why. Doug Kouns, thank you.
Correct. Thank you.
CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand joins us now from the White House with more on this. Natalie, good morning. What is the Trump administration's reaction to this attack? We heard some of it up until now, but flesh that out for us.
Yeah, well, Errol, the administration is blaming rhetoric against law enforcement and saying this violence has to stop. The president, in a lengthy social media post, said that ICE officers in particular are facing an unprecedented increase in threats, violence, and attacks, saying, writing in part, that it's the result of, quote, radical left Democrats constantly demonizing law enforcement and comparing ICE officers to Nazis. Now, Vice President Vance, who was traveling yesterday to North Carolina, also spoke about recent violence in pretty fiery statements. Take a listen.
Political violence has gotten out of control in this country. We got to stop it. We got to condemn it. And that starts, unfortunately, at the very top of the Democratic Party. If you want to stop political violence, stop attacking our law enforcement as the Gestapo.
The administration has vowed to go after perpetrators and also what it calls domestic terrorism networks, although, links in these recent cases unclear. Now, Texas Democrats in Congress, for their part, also released a statement yesterday saying, in part, we unequivocally condemn all forms of violence and urge everyone to refrain from rhetoric that fans the flames from all sides. They also go on to urge the Trump administration and the governor of Texas to stop, quote, stoking the flames of division, Errol.